अवधूतं परिजन सहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादा सहगण ललिता शिव शाखान्वितांश हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरि प्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभयश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मूकं करोति वाचालं पुंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवम् अनर्पितचरिं चिरात् करुणातीर्णा खलु समर्पयितुमुन्नतोज्ज्वलसां भक्तिश्रियम् हरिपुरसुन्दर द्युतिकदं सन्निहितः सदा हृदय कंदरे स्मृतु वह सचिनंदन Hare Krishna. So be a gardener campaign. This is such a sublime opportunity for the devotees who are involved and those who will get involved for next number of days until the Gaur Purnima. So I want to congratulate you for this very, very rare occasion to do something to serve Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So what I thought we can do for next 30-40 minutes is to look at Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. You had many exalted great Vaishnavas speaking to you in previous sessions. So today we can simply focus on Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, particularly looking how Chaitanya Charitamrita has affected our acharyas and its connection with many great acharyas. And then we will see how Srila Prabhupada saw Chaitanya Charitamrita and the significance of Chaitanya Charitamrita for ISKCON and for Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya. So if we go back to the origin of Chaitanya Charitamrita, this is when the author, Sri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, had a dream. Nityananda Prabhu coming into his dream and indicating that you go to Vrindavan. And Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami took this very seriously, this instruction. So immediately, the next morning, he left for Vrindavan in a very, very advanced age. He was some 80 years old, but he left for Vrindavan on the order of Sri Nityananda Prabhu. Sri Nityananda Prabhu indicated that you go to Vrindavan. So having come to Vrindavan, he was greeted by many exalted Vaishnavas. Particularly at that time, Vrindavan was blessed by the presence of Srila Jiva Goswami, who was the fountainhead at that time of the teachings of Rupa and Sanatana, his predecessor acharyas. So at the age of 80, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami goes to Vrindavan, and then he had inspiration to write Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. He could hardly hold his pen and hardly could see. So he went to get the blessings of Shishi Radha Madan Mohan. And he thought, if Mahaprabhu really wants me to write Chaitanya Charitamrita, if Krishna wants me to write, there must be some indication. So you must have heard this story that Shishi Radha Madan Mohan gave him the indication by blessing him with his garland. So garland slackened from Shishi Radha Madan Mohan, and the Pujari came and put it on Sri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. So this great literature, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Prabhupada said there's no comparison. There's no comparison to this great literature. It is matchless. Sri Prabhupada writes, Chaitanya Charitamrita author, such an exalted person, practically the most exalted personality in Gaudiya Vaishnava. The Prabhupada considered Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami as practically the most exalted personality, because he had the mission, the mercy, and the indication of Sri Nityananda Prabhu, the Adi Guru. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, there is no comparison. It is postgraduate study. So Prabhupada says Chaitanya Charitamrita is matchless literature in our Sampradaya. So this is how Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami started the journey, and the writing of Chaitanya Charitamrita began. And next couple of years, some 2 years or so, he wrote Chaitanya Charitamrita. And since then, it became very favorite to all Gaudiya Vaishnavas. If we look at the life of Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, or Sri Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So let's go back to Sri Bhaktivinoda Thakur. At the time when Sri Bhaktivinoda Thakur was preaching, there was no copy of Chaitanya Charitamrita, and Gaudiya Vaishnavism had become kind of mockery. So there were many Upsampradaya in Bengal who were propagating the cult of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu without the solid basis of his teachings. And it took Bhaktivinoda Thakur 8 years to find a copy of Chaitanya Charitamrita. So having received a copy, he wrote it, he read it many times and became very convinced of the mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's life, he wrote a commentary which became the basis of the commentary Sri Prabhupada wrote. So time to time, you will see Prabhupada quoting from the commentary of Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, stating that Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur states in his Anubhashya, Chaitanya Charitamrita Anubhashya. And in his final pastimes, Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was completely absorbed in reading Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. In the life of Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada carried a copy of Chaitanya Charitamrita in the Jaladuta. And when he had 2 heart attacks, Prabhupada took shelter of Chaitanya Charitamrita. And as Prabhupada read Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, he felt better. And he noted in his diary that how he felt better reading Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. So we can see that Chaitanya Charitamrita has been highly regarded in Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya. Prabhupada, in his lectures, in his writings, said a number of times that Chaitanya Charitamrita is postgraduate study. Especially Srila Prabhupada wrote a letter to Pushti Krishna Prabhu. He says, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, thank you for appreciating Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Those who are actually looking for a spiritual culture will find immense wealth in Chaitanya Charitamrita. The Chaitanya Charitamrita symbolizes the entire Gaudiya Vaishnava culture. Everything is there. If you wanted to ever see all the revealed scriptures and all the teachings of acharyas, great acharyas in Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya in one place, that one place is Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. That is why it is known as the postgraduate study. Because the teachings of Bhagavad Gita, the surrender to Krishna, Sarvadharman Parityajamamekam Sharanam Vraj. Aham Tam Sarvapapet Mokshishyami Masucha. The teaching of Srimad Bhagavatam is starting from Janmadhyasyata to the end, which emphasizes the Harinam Sankirtan, the constant chanting of the holy name. Then the sublime character of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Not only this, but the teachings of all Gaudiya Vaishnava Acharya, great acharyas, like Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, Srila Jiva Goswami. All the teachings of great acharyas have been put in one place, compiled in one place, in Chaitanya Charitamrita. And it is so authentic that Sri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami has presented this literature at the highest level of scholarship. That's why Prabhupada said there's no comparison with this great literature. Quite often you will find Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami saying, Srila Rupa Raghunatha, Pade Yare Arsh, Chaitanya Charitamrita Kahe Krishnadas. So Chaitanya Charitamrita is the confidential teaching of our Sampradaya, compiled in Karcha form. Karcha means the notebooks, diaries. Why is Chaitanya Charitamrita so authentic? Because Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami compiled it from the original teachings, which were recorded in Karchas, the diaries, the notebooks. We didn't have the notebooks at that time. So, great acharyas used to write Karchas. Same thing like we do a diary. So those Karchas were written by who? By Srila Sarup Damodar Goswami. The confidential teachings and the pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu were recorded in brief notes in Karchas by Sarup Damodar Goswami. Then there were Karchas of Murari Gupta, who is incarnation of Hanuman. And there were many other Karchas. So Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he compiled Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita from the original teachings of the associate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Raghunath Das Goswami was directly put in the care of Sarup Damodar Goswami by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he had the association of Swarup Damodar Goswami for many, many years under the shelter of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Chaitanya Charitamrita is the most authentic literature in our Sampradaya about the teachings and the pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And therefore, there is no comparison, because this gives us the essence of the teachings of all great acharyas. Now, how Srila Prabhupada describes Chaitanya Charitamrita. So Prabhupada gives us very direct meaning. He says the word Chaitanya means living force, and Charit means the character, and Amrit means immortal. The Chaitanya Charitamrita may be translated, Prabhupada says, as the character of the living force in immortality. We have just passed through the Mahakumbh Mela. Some of you might have gone, or if you haven't gone, then you would have seen it on the internet or other social media or on television. So Kumbh Mela, this Mahakumbh, which had just finished on Shivaratri, this comes after 144 years. Normally the Kumbh Mela comes after 12 years, and some other Kumbh comes after 6 years. And Prabhupada attended these Kumbh Melas himself, and he commented that many sadhus who come to Kumbh Mela, they are rare ascetics, and some of them were hundreds of years old. And yet, they take time to come to Kumbh Mela from their rigorous sadhana in Himalayas and other places, particularly Himalayas. So they come to Kumbh Mela. Why? They come to Kumbh Mela because there is the nectar of immortality. And this nectar appears every 12 years, or 6 years, or 144 years. Just like this last Kumbh, the nectar appeared after 144 years. This was very, very rare Kumbh Mela. And that's why there were so many millions of people from all over the world who went there. Politicians, celebrities, religionists, all types of people went there. Just to get the nectar of immortality. And there are only few drops that reappear time and time again. You know the story of Kumbh Mela, of Kumbh, from Srimad Bhagavatam, the churning of milk ocean. So the nectar appeared from the milk ocean. And that nectar is divine. It appears again and again. And that's why so many sadhus go to Kumbh Mela. Now consider Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. This is Amrit, immortal. This is also nectar of immortality. And this immortal nectar is also conscious. It's talking about, is narrating the teachings and pastimes of the conscious, most conscious personality of Godhead, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Chaitanya means conscious. Chaitana. Chaitana means consciousness, and Chaitanya means one who is conscious. The Chaitanya Charitamrita is the divine literature which infuses this nectar of immortality anyone who comes in touch with. Many years back, while I was serving in Vrindavan, there was one devotee, Bhakta Charles, from France. So Bhakta Charles used to read Chaitanya Charitamrita always. One day I asked him, Bhakta Charles, I said, Charles Prabhu, how did you become devotee? So he said he was uh, going on the street in France. Then he saw some devotees who were selling books. So the devotees ran out of all books. They didn't have Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, or BTG, but they had Chaitanya Charitamrita left. They just gave him one set of Chaitanya Charitamrita, and he took it. So just by reading Chaitanya Charitamrita, Bhakta Charles became completely transformed. Although we know this is a postgraduate study in Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya. But Mahaprabhu's mercy is so that even a new bhakta, a person who comes in touch with, will get affected. Just like Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in his trance, once went and threw himself into the ocean, thinking that this is Yamuna. This is river Yamuna. And Mahaprabhu, in his ecstasy, saw the ocean as river Yamuna and threw himself. So he was caught by a fisherman. And when the fisherman brought him to the shore, he was completely terrified. But as soon as he touched the body, the transcendental body of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the fisherman became mad in love of Godhead. And he started dancing around, chanting and dancing the names of Krishna. So he thought actually he became mad. He thought there was some ghost in his net. And because of the touch of the ghost, he has become mad. He has become haunted. But then Sarup Damodar Prabhu and other associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and they asked him, have you seen something? He said, yes. I was fishing in the ocean, and in my net, I found this ghost. And when I touched the ghost, then it haunted me. I'm haunted. I can't stop chanting. So Sarup Damodar Prabhu understood that this fisherman is so fortunate. He had the touch of the transcendental body of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and therefore he has become maddened in the love of Godhead. So Sarup Damodar Prabhu, just to pacify this fisherman, he chanted some mantra and he slapped, he slapped both cheeks of this fisherman and said, okay, now you're fine. The ghost is gone. Now take us to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Chaitanya Charitamrita is the immortal nectar of the character of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Chaitanya Charitamrita, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in book form. And anyone who touches this nectar is sure, is bound to become mad in love of Godhead. So every time I go to Vrindavan, I see Bhakta Charles going around in Vrindavan, still there. And his bhakti, Lata, his journey in transcendental devotional service began by reading Chaitanya Charitamrita. In the scriptures, I'm just going to maybe speak for another 10 minutes or so, and then we'll have some question answers. So in the scriptures, we see time and time again that to understand the nature of the soul, or the super soul, or the personality of Godhead is not easy. The Upanishad says, Nayam Atma pravachanena labhya na medhaya na bahuna shrutena yam eves gunate tena labhyas tasya atma vibhrunate tanum swa. That this Atma, sometimes Atma also refers to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, the Supreme Personality of Godhead cannot be understood by a number of things that people normally do. Nayam Atma pravachanena labhya. First of all, just by hearing dry, speculative lectures from people who are not following, or say professional recitals, cannot be understood. Then somebody may say that maybe if a person is very intelligent, then he can understand. Namedhaya. Then Upanishad says no. You cannot understand by your sharp intelligence. Then maybe study of great literature, Vedic literature, na bahuna shrutena. Even if you study for many years, if you study Vedic literature, you cannot understand. And same thing we find in Bhagavad Gita. Krishna says, Naham prakasa sarvasya yogamaya samavita. Mudham navijanati lokama majamapyam. That I do not appear. I do not appear in front of everyone. So Krishna is not exposed. He cannot be understood just by the dry Vedic study for many years, or listening to professional speakers, scholars. It cannot be understood. But how is Krishna understood? Yam eves gunate tem labhyas tasya atma vibhrunate tanum swa. Krishna is understood by those whom he reveals himself. And we find the number of verses in Bhagavad Gita where Krishna is saying that. He says, Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavani chasmi tattvata do mam tattva gyato vashite tadanantaram. So when a devotee engages in devotional service, his heart softened, then Krishna appears in the heart of a devotee. So how does this work? It works that the spiritual master, who is a representative of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna himself, he reveals Krishna in the heart of a disciple. So Guru makes Krishna appear in the heart of a disciple. This is what Tasya Atma Vibhrunate Samtanam Swa. And in the Upanishad, we also find verses where the devotee prays to the Lord, particularly in Ishopanishads. Hiranmayan patrina satyas abhitam mukham tattvam pushan pablu satya dharmaya drashtaya. The devotee is seeing the golden effulgence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and praying, my dear Lord, please reveal yourself so I can see you. Because unless Krishna reveals himself, nobody can see him. And there are many instances how nobody can see him if Krishna doesn't reveal himself. Brahmaji, when Brahmaji appeared on the lotus petal at the navel of Garbhodaksha Vishnu. He could not figure out, who am I? Why am I here? What's the purpose of my life? So then what happened? He went inside the uh, lotus navel in that Karnika, but he could only see darkness. Then he came, and then he saw, when he came up on the top of the lotus flower, he heard these two words, tapa. Engaged himself in austerities for 100 years. And then he was infused with Gayatri Mantra, same Gayatri Mantra, which is given in our Sampradaya. Kam Gayatri Mantra. So, Tene Brahma Hridaya Adikavi Moyanti et Surya. Srimad Bhagavatam says that many scholars, many rishis, demigods, they become bewildered. So Krishna is not revealed unless he reveals himself. So after the austerity, then Krishna initiated Lord Brahma. Brahmaji is our Sampradaya Acharya, Brahma Sampradaya. But same Krishna is revealed in the holy dham of Mayapur. Just 500 years ago, he decides to appear in the land of Nadia. And not many people understand him, including Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, who argues with Gopinath Acharya that scriptures say that Lord Vishnu only appears in Three Yuga. He is Three Yuga. So how can we say that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead? But the devotees, like Sri Rupa Goswami, they know Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And as all of you know, this famous verse, Namo Mahavananyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gauratushe Namaha. So the devotees of the Lord, they can understand that this is Krishna, although he has taken the name Krishna Chaitanya. And those who argue that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is a devotee, not God, there are many scriptural evidences that prove that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I'm just going to give you one instance from Shvetasutar Upanishad, which says, Mahaprabhur vai Purushaha Satyas Eshe Pravartakaha Sunirmalam Imam Shantim Ishanu Jyotirabhaya. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is known as Mahaprabhu because he appears with this golden effulgence, with golden hue, and he discards all the darkness and gives liberation to those who worship him. In Srimad Bhagavatam, we find the famous verse Krishna Varnam, Tusha Krishnam, Sango Pangasta Parshadam, Yagya Sankirtan Praye Yajanti Sumedasa. So Krishna is coming in the Kali Yuga, Krishna Varnam. The personality of Godhead Krishna, he is called Krishna Varnam because he is always chanting Krishna's name, although he is Krishna himself. Krishna Varnam. One also means the letter. So, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is always chanting Krishna's name, although he is Krishna himself. And his complexion is Akrishnam. Krishna means the blackish. Akrishna means the golden, not blackish. His complexion is blackish. So he is Krishna, chanting Krishna's name, but his complexion is blackish. And in his incarnation as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Lord is coming with all his limbs portions and portions of the portions. And the intelligent people, yajanti hi sumedasa, the intelligent people will worship him by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So these sublime teachings of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the pastimes of the Lord, they have been compiled in this one great literature, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. It is a postgraduate study. Sri Prabhupada says that the philosophy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is super philosophy. There's no comparison. Because if you study the philosophy of four sampradaya, you will find that there are always debates going on. But the philosophy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Achinta Bheda Bhed, simultaneous oneness and difference, is so perfect and so perfectly described in Chaitanya Charitamrita pages that there's no refutation. Srila Jiva Goswami wrote Sat Sandarbhas explaining the philosophy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Achinta Bheda Bhed. And so far, no scholar in the world has dared to refute it. That's why Mahaprabhu, Sri Prabhupada calls it the super philosophy. So this super philosophy has been explained in these nectarian pages of Chaitanya Charitamrita. Mahaprabhu gave this beautiful analogy of being a gardener. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself is a gardener. So being a gardener, and what is Mahaprabhu growing? He is growing pure devotees. So this is the mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Be a gardener and grow pure devotees. The other day I was listening to Prabhupada's lecture on Chaitanya Charitamrita. So Prabhupada says that in order to please Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we have to grow the number of devotees, and that will please the Lord very much. So we have this very rare occasion to follow the footsteps of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Shat Goswamis, great acharyas like Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Srila Prabhupada, and take a vow to read Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita in its entirety. But for now, you can read chapter 9 and distribute it to one and all, particularly to the devotees, but it can be distributed. So I want to make a request on behalf of the organizers that the goal for this campaign is 125. Is that right, Ranjanamai Prabhu? 125
Yes,
Chaitanya
Guruji,
Charitamrita
like
sets?
from ISKCON London side, yeah, yes,
ISKCON
Guruji.
London, yes. So 70, is it 70 you have already achieved? 70? So a good number has been sponsored. So please take part. Every set matters. Take part, sponsor yourself, encourage your friends, family, network, and take this campaign. So more we grow the number of devotees, more it pleases Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now imagine, Mahaprabhu's tall order is Prithvi te ache jato nagar adi gram. Sarvat prachar hoibe more naam. If you calculate how many nagar and gram are there in England, you can see this, there are not many that we have reached. There's still hundreds of nagar and gram there where we haven't been. Devotees have done A lot of hard work, a lot of preaching over the decades. But Mahaprabhu is saying, Prithvi te ache jata nagar adi gram. So Mahaprabhu is saying, as many towns and villages are there on the surface of the earth, sarvat prachar hoive morana. His name, my name will be broadcasted everywhere. So the task in the hands of the devotees is still there. This great task to take Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in every town and village. And this campaign allows you the opportunity that you can take Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the form of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, the nectarine ocean of immortality, and you can present it to anybody. Uh, like, I just want to finish it by saying one more thing, that when uh, Matsavatar appeared, so you know the story of Matsavatar, the fish incarnation. The Lord appeared in the form of a small fish and requested the king, Satyavrat, King, I'm such a small fish, please take me and put me in a secure place so the big fish won't eat me. The king took the fish to his house, put in a pot, fish became bigger. Then the fish requested again, the king, this pot is too small for me. Put me somewhere else. So he put in a bigger pot, then in a pond, then in a bigger pond, and then finally the Lord went in the ocean. And he revealed his mission. His mission was to save King Satyavrata. But he came disguised as if he needed help. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu does not need our help. But when we take the mission of the Lord will reveal himself. Tasya Atma Vibhunate Tamsana Tanam Swam. So Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita campaign is a sublime occasion. As we take it to heart and take it to one and all, then we will become blessed by the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai. So we just got a couple of minutes to take some comments or questions. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Pradeep. So, devotees, please, if you have maybe one or two questions, we can take. Either you can write it or you can raise your hand as well. So, we can request Pradeep to answer. Meanwhile, some announcement I meant say. So, we are celebrating like as couple of days are remaining. Around 10 days. So we are celebrating the Gauranga Marathon. So each day devotees from the Soho temple will be going to the street, and we have very beautiful flyer as well. Different street devotees will be going. So all of you can join whenever you are available, evening, afternoon, morning time. So it's like morning 9 to evening 6 o'clock. So yeah, devotees can take out their time or either in weekends or any time to join the brahmacharis, and we'll have wonderful book distribution on the street. Yeah. Prabhuji, like I just want to ask one question. The beginning you said so beautiful point, like how Murari Gupta and Saraswat Goswami Maharaj and
Mm.
so many Vaishnavas were writing in the small notebook. So how it happened, Prabhuji, like they could able to combine together and made it together. So how it was like has been combined together. Who took initiative in that, Prabhuji? If you can answer, it was very brilliant point. I never heard on that.
So they were secured by different devotees. Uh, it's
Mhm.
like when you go to Puri, Jagannath Puri, uh, and you go to Alarnath, nearby Alarnath, there's one place where the descendants of Rai Ramanand are still living. So some of you might have gone there. I went there last time in 2023 with Vinod Mandiri, and we were taken to that place, the house of Rai Ramananda, and you can still see the handwritten Srimad Bhagavatam. So these descendants, these devotees have kept Mahaprabhu's teachings and these cultures. And Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami and compiled Chaitanya Charitamrita based on these cultures, the original teachings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his pastimes, as they were recorded by the associate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. ISKCON has actually started to secure these teachings of Acharyas handwritten for the future generations.
Mhm.
So I think in Kolkata temple, they have one research center, Bhaktivedanta Research Center, collecting all the teachings of great acharyas, including Bhaktivinoda Thakur and other associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Same thing in Vrindavan. There's Vrindavan Research Institute in Shridham Vrindavan, where you can go. It's next to our temple, Krishna Mandir, and you can see some of the original handwritings of acharyas. If you go to Madan Mohan temple, then you will see Granth Samadhi. There's so many writings of acharyas were put in Samadhi because it was thought that in future not many people will be able to understand those confidential teachings. So some of the granthas were put in Samadhi. But we are very fortunate that Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita is intact, which was written by Sri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami from these cultures.
Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna, Raghuvat Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Prabhu.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhu, for wonderful narrations of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu past times. So after a long time, I'm seeing you. I mean,
yeah, I'm
I got
seeing you after a long time.
yeah.
you became a
I got a
London
very
boss.
good fortune that we come to your house and read Bhagavatam and you teach us
Yes.
personally for some time. Thank you so much, and I'm seeing you again, hearing Chaitanya Charitamrita from you.
So nice seeing you.
Thank you so much.
How you initiated doing wonderful service. So this is nice. It's so nice seeing you after many years.
Thank you, Prabhu.
So thank you so much, Raghupati Prabhuji, for taking your valuable time and giving so much informative and attracting our heart to the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and inspiring us to read Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So thank you so much, Prabhuji, for your time.
Yeah,
I would request all the
Prabhu, I would like to share one Prabhu's initial days feat in. I heard from someone how he came to ISKCON. It's very you can't even think of it. So when Prabhu was studying in graduation, it's like probably I don't know, Prabhu, he was 16 or 17 years, something like that. He read one Prabhupada book and he left the graduation and came to Vrindavan and he is there for 10 years and gone back and finished graduation and then post graduation study like that. When I heard first time, I was just stuck with wonder like So you are so inspired by Prabhupada teachings in those early days, in that age. You know, so, we are so fortunate to have today your association.
Thank you for Prabhupada's mercy. Came to Vrindavan. I was very young.
Yeah,
At the age of 19, I went to Vrindavan.
for 19, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Haribo. Thank you so much for that point, Rampriya. It was so touching and inspiring to know. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you
And
So,
to all the
I'd like
devotees,
to,
and thank you for having me today.
maybe devotees don't know about Mataji. Um, so Mataji is in, I think she's one of the star book distributor in Birmingham. Prabhu and Mataji, they go. She, she distributed in front of our eyes books, Krishna books to the Muslims. She talked about
Haribo.
power
She
of,
distributed 200 Urdu books. Yeah, you were there on the street. You used to
yeah,
be
yeah.
there.
Yeah,
200
And
Urdu books to
one
Muslim
day,
Haribo.
we have seen
audience.
one day Mataji went to one chicken shop, okay, and customer, she is distributing books there, and she distributed Srimad Bhagavatam set in the chicken shop customer, and everybody
Haribo.
is in 24-hour kirtan, and she just went out and nearby chicken shop, she talked with somebody, and she brought them into the 24-hour kirtan, and gave him a set. So that's Prabhu and Mataji. They both were very highly, very devoted to Krishna, and they gave their lives completely to the Lord. Thank you.
Thank you
Yeah, we
for your
got some
kind
couple of
words. Thank you.
messages. Thank you, Geet Govind Mataji. Thank you very much, Prabhuji, for your good. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining today. Thank you for a wonderful class, Prabhu. Very inspiring. We're glad to we got your association. So thank you, Sri Prabhu, for a
Thank you.
wonderful message. So I would request all
Vanchikalptaruvipapasannavebhyo,
the
patitanam pavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo namo namah.
I
Thank
would
you
request
very
all
much.
the devotees we can unmute
Thank you very
ourselves and we can
much.
chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra for Prabhu's time and association. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Shri Bhakt Vrinda ki jai, Shri
Jai.
Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai.
Jai.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Thank you,
Prabhuji.
Prabhu. Dhanavana.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare